Hey there, guys. Welcome to JB Literacy. My name is Jordan, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Today, what I wanted to do was delve into a topic that I don't feel like enough people have a strong enough grasp on, with that topic being the time value of money. Now, if you have some previous investing experience or you work in the securities industry, undoubtedly you've heard that term before, so maybe you're a little more familiar with it than I'm giving you credit for, but I just wanted to give you guys a little synopsis of what it really entails. So today, what I wanted to do was give you guys a little breakdown. As you can see, I've got a little spreadsheet open here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves and put ourselves into the shoes of an individual. Let's say they're 25 years old, getting started with investing, met up with a financial advisor, and they decided, I want to put $1,000 into some type of investment vehicle. Maybe they buy some shares of a mutual fund, and we're going to let it grow over time. So to start out, we're going to let that $1,000 grow for 20 years, no added contribution. So no more money invested, just $1,000. And on average, over those 20 years, we're going to say it grew 6%. So not every year it grew 6%, but over the course of the 20 years, the average rate of return or average interest rate, whatever you want to call it, that came out to be 6%. So as you can see, after 20 years, the account value was roughly $3,300. After 30 years, now you're looking at over $6,000. And after 40 years, now you're looking at almost $11,000. So that $1,000 initial investment has almost grown 1,000% over the course of those 40 years. So that is looking at it from, okay, put $1,000 in, 20, 30, 40-year time horizons, didn't add any additional money to the investment, and it averaged 6% growth every year over the course of the amount of time that you're investing, right? Now we're going to look at it from a perspective of, okay, now it grew 8%, right? So we found a little bit better of a fund than the previous one. And this is where the rate of return becomes very important, right? Because at 8%, as you can see with these time horizons, the account value is just going to be even more than the previous situation. So after 30 years, $1,000, it's almost worth $11,000, right? With an 8% annual rate of return. Now we're looking at it from 40-year perspective. Got almost $25,000 in the account. All you did was invest $1,000 and let it grow, right? So that was looking at it from an 8% perspective. Now we're going to say your financial advisor found a fund that grew on average at 10%, which is a home run. That's over 20, 30, 40 years. If you can find a fund that grows that much, that's awesome, right? Same situation, $1,000 grew at 10% this time. Looking at it from the 40-year perspective, look at that account value. It's over $50,000. Over $50,000 from $1,000 investment. I mean, that's crazy. So that is the time value of money right there, right? Now, what we're going to look at is, let's say the investor, when they met with their advisor, decided, all right, I want to put the $1,000 in, but then in addition to that, I wouldn't mind throwing maybe $100 a month in to this account just to grow the account value even more, because the more money that you invest and the longer amount of time you invest equals dollar signs, right? So now we're going to add $100 a month. We're going to let it grow for 20 years to start. We put $1,000 in to start, and going back to the 6% average rate of return, at the end of the 20 years, we would have invested $25,000 of our own funds. But look at that interest. It's almost earned the same amount of interest. So it's pretty much offset your initial investment after 20 years, right? And this is just at 6%. Now we're looking at it, $1,000, 6% average growth, 30 years with $100 per month, Look at that account value, over 100 grand. For 40 years, you let that bad boy grow. Now you've got an account value over 200 grand. And just to make, clarify, your final account value in these situations, in these scenarios, it's not going to be that exact figure. There's going to be some figures, fees, things like that that are going to be deducted and factor into it, but just giving you an idea of seriously how much money you can earn over time, right? This situation right here, same deal. The only difference is the annual return is 8%. So this was a better performing fund than that previous one at 6%. After 30 years, look at the account value. Look at the real thing that you want to look at is the interest earned, because that's basically money that you earned without doing anything. I mean, obviously you want to keep tabs on your account and whatnot, but yeah. So $1,000 to start out. Now we're looking at it for 30 years. Oh, sorry guys. So we're looking at it from 20 years, my bad. $1,000 initially invested. We're going to say it grows 10% on average. And we're going to say we put $100 a month in. Let it grow for 20 years. Look at that account value. Now we add another 10 years to the investment time horizon. Almost $250K after 30 years. After 40 years, you've almost invested $50K. Look at that account value. You're coming pretty close to millionaire status at this point. And after 50 years, if you were to follow this investment strategy for 50 years, I just want to give you guys an idea of like what a millionaire situation would look like. So, it all boils down to time. That's the biggest factor, biggest component of it. What we like to say is, our customers or the customers, they need to find the initial principal. They'll find the initial money. And, if you want to add more to that, that's fine. But you find the funds, you find the money, and then our job, our duty is to find you the rate of return. So our duty is to find whatever funds or investments are going to grow on average at the highest percentage that we can possibly find.